I got the 1300X a little early. It shipped before officially going on sale in the US. So I'm feeling pretty special. It's an 11.1.4 channel 1170 watt soundbar system. Anyway, as my full review may take 10 to 12 days because my family and career keeps dragging me down, I thought it might be fun, though I'm still researching fun, to share a self-indulgent unboxing, show off the setup process, overview hardware and features, and share a scintilla of my sound quality thoughts. First up, the mystery brown box. It's filled with your normal documentation, 2 power cords, an HDMI cable, mounting hardware for the bar and surrounds, with a concerning number of screws and anchors. I mean, I'm not planning a remodel. And the remote and batteries. Next, the soundbar end caps. They're a little lonely without a soundbar, so we'll get back to them. The subwoofer. This is when you really question your YouTube channel decisions. It's a big, heavy sub, period. But in the soundbar kit space, this is an apocalyptic monster. Perhaps the King Kong to the Cinema 1200's Godzilla. The material feels very normal and MDF-y, you know, whatever the Q990B subhousing is made of. The sub is not only very large, but it is very plain. There is lightly etched JBL branding on the top and whatever the opposite of that is on the bottom. Fun fact, this 12-inch woofer is one of the 2 differentiating specs when compared to the JBL Bar 1300, which is the global non-US version. That one only has a 10-inch woofer. While we're down here, these legs. So stubby, but so soft. In the back, you have an extremely large black hole-like airflow port, large enough for me to stick my large hand into. I suspect it will double duty as Lego storage at some point. Not much else going on really, other than the sync button that provides status connection feedback and your power port. The detachable surrounds. Once you pick these up, you immediately realize the 1300X is more serious than the 9.1. The surrounds are bigger and weightier, 72% heavier, though still over a pound lighter than, say, the Q990B surrounds. Its shape is very similar to the JBL Bar 9.1 surrounds, so like a sandwich, but this one looks more filling. As clever as these surrounds are, my bias is that they are too squished to be a top surround contender amongst its peers. But let's not judge a hard drive by its cover. So on the back here, you got 5 thingies. A mounting hole, a USB-C port for optional charging while detached from the bar. USB-C chargers are not provided, so you're on your own there. And these 3 buttons. Let's start from the bottom. It turns off itself, not the bar or the other surround. A Bluetooth button. Yes, these surrounds can form a stereo pair. I got it to work. More on that in the full review. Third, well, because these speakers have a Bluetooth mode, there is a button to set it back to bar home theater mode. The housing is a series of plastic panels. 4 of the 6 sides are grills, including the front, top, the side facing away from the connection port, and bottom. Each surround is a bit of an overachiever with 5 noisemakers built in. In the front, you have a racetrack driver and tweeter. On the top, you have a full range driver and a passive radiator. And on the bottom, another passive gosh darn radiator. That's not normal. It's a little ambiguous, but I want to classify the surrounds as a 2.0.1 channel speaker, thinking maybe this tweeter acts more as a rear wide-angle channel than a traditional rear surround channel. Okay, the soundbar. If you like to prejudge the sound of a system by looks, like me, well, you would be concerned because the bar is short and narrow, though it does have an impressive heft for the volume. Not surprisingly, it's clad in the same material as the surrounds, with 3 grills, 1 spanning the front, and 2 on top, 1 on each end. The display is on the front towards the right and is your typical scrolly fare. There are no brightness controls, but it turns off after a few seconds of inactivity. The ports, no funny business, they all point straight back. You got eARC, 3 HDMI inputs, not normal, supporting 4K 60Hz and Dolby Vision. Also optical, Ethernet, and a music playback supporting USB Type-A port. Music playback over USB is the second 1300X differentiator, as the 1300's USB port supports only updates. Suckers. The bar controls and room tuning mics are on this indented yet raised plastic panel. The controls include volume up-down and a source button. All the buttons are the elbow grease clickety kind. The ends of the bar are strange looking because it's where you connect the surrounds to charge and pair them. As the ends introduce an aesthetic challenge, the magnetic end caps are appreciated. Okay, the bar channels. The best I can tell, this is a 7.0.2 speaker with a left, center, right, surround left and right, along with a wide angle left and right. The center is a dual racetrack driver tweeter trio. The left and right dual racetrack drivers. The surround left and right channels are each a single tweeter. The wide angle channels, where could they be? Oh, sneaky devil tweeters. You're all jammed up in there. Before getting this bar, I had no idea there was a tweeter in the end cap side. On the top, you have your left and right height channels, but each is made of 2 full range drivers angled differently to diffuse the front height effects. So 15 noisemakers on the bar, 5 on each surround, and a rather large one on the woofer. That is 4 more noisemakers than the Q990B. Let that sink in. Even if 4 of them are radiators, which traditionally don't count. Still, super fun fact, right? All right, setup and the app. For a basic setup, it's a very smooth plug and play. Start with the surrounds connected to the bar. The get the bar connected to the internet process was super boring. So no sassy calls to tech support or fantasies of deleting my channel. Just a smooth step-by-step process on the JBL One app. As my bar was like third off the production line, I was prompted to update the bar right away. You are also asked to calibrate when setup is complete, but you can always calibrate later and as many times as you want. I'll go into more detail in the full review, but app highlights include this 3-band equalizer, a virtual remote, and integrated Sonos-like music services that allow you to stream music to the bar from the streamer's servers, not your phone, leaving your phone audio open for... The remote, it's not remarkable. Styling-wise, it takes on the bar motif with this separated panel. There's no D-pad or access to complex settings, though this system doesn't really have much of those anyway. So quick source buttons, a play pause button, a like button that I haven't quite figured out yet, a dedicated calibration button, and specific volume controls for height, bass, and rears. Sound technology. The JBL execs want you to know that the 3D effects are dealt with using Harman's multi-beam technology, which angles the drivers to more effectively bounce off walls and bolsters bouncy sound with specialized digital signal processing. Pure Voice also gets a special shout out. This is not a voice enhancement setting, rather an ever-present technology that aims to make dialogue ever clear. So hopefully it's an effect you like. I'll grade this capability in the full review. Wireless playback. Along with the integrated services in the JBL One app, you get Bluetooth, AirPlay 2, Chromecast, and Alexa with multi-room music support. 3 options here for playing music in multiple rooms, if you have compatible speakers. The sound quality. My first impressions are positive. I'll say it leans more natural, effortless, richer than I expected. Bass performance, not entirely sure, but I think we're in good shape. My very brief music exposure gave me some satisfying tingles, so I'm looking forward to exploring that further. I'm still in the flirty stage with this bar and my listening time has been brief, so my opinion may change considerably as I put this bar through its paces, break in the drivers, and watch my favorite scenes in my reference space. One of the questions I'll be asking myself is if the sound prowess is closer to the JBL Bar 9.1, the previous generation JBL flagship, or the Q990B, the Samsung flagship. You'll have to come back in 10 days or so for the full review with my fully articulated thoughts on system performance and sound. Yes, if you've been hanging around this channel and have not yet subscribed, consider helping me reach my 20,000 sub goal by 2024. Pats on the back helps to make more soundbar content appear. It's mysterious like that. Okay, thanks for watching, wrapping this up. Catch you on the next one.